This is one of those great days at MoDOT. This is one of those exciting things where we're working together, collaborating on things, and really doing some great work. So this is one of those exciting days that I just love. But I think one of the really exciting things today is we decided that we would combine our monthly commission meeting with the Innovations Challenge so that our commissioners could see the great work you're doing. And for those that don't know, we have a 6-member commission that provides us with our leadership and gives us the greatest support to do all these great things we do. And so sitting up here at the front table, I'd like to introduce our commission. If you'd stand when I introduce you so everybody can know who you are and put a name with a face. Our chairman, Mike Pace. Yeah, go ahead and applaud. Our vice chairman, Greg Smith. Commissioner Tom Waters. Commissioner John Briscoe. And Commissioner Bob Brinkman. And then one member of our commission that is busy fighting floods on the home front is Terry Ecker. And it couldn't be with us today because he's doing something that's really vitally important, but Terry is with us in spirit. So what I want to do is ask the chairman to come up and say a few words before we get started. So Chairman Pace.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone, by 2 minutes. It's great to see everyone. This is truly an exciting time of year. We always enjoy coming to the Innovation Challenge Showcase. I think this is my 4th year, and I'm continually amazed by the efficiency, by the ingenuity, and the real thoughtfulness that it goes into these projects. All of you are to be applauded for that. Everyone can't be a winner. It's always exciting. It's always a little nail biting when the director stands up here and he's handing out checks to the winner. And it's a tough job for the judges too. I was talking to a couple of the judges this morning. They said this is really a hard job because they're all great ideas. There are no bad ideas, but there has to be a winner. So there's going to be some winners here today. But as far as I'm concerned, you're all winners. And we appreciate you very much for taking the time to not only think of these things, but to carry them through to fruition. So we thank you very much for that. Ed, I ask you, where'd Ed go? Oh, we had some other states here today. Illinois, Illinois, right here, okay. Well, thank you for being here. Your counterparts are usually here, and we've had some other states represented in times past. And I understand that other states are now doing similar showcases. So it's our hope that anything that you glean from this conference, that perhaps you can take it back to your state, and hopefully we can send representatives from our state to like showcases throughout the U.S. So welcome. We're glad you're here. Okay, I know everyone's sitting on the edge of their seat. They can't wait to find out who's winning. And so with that, I'll say thanks. Thank you for being here. Thanks for allowing us to be here with you today. We've really enjoyed it. So have a great afternoon, everybody.
So it's not without great support from a commission like we have that we can do these things. And I think that's pretty evident when we talk to some of our neighbors. So Joe, thanks for being here. We enjoy a partnership with all of our surrounding states, and Illinois is one of those that we continuously are working with a lot of things on. So it's good to see you as always. I just wanted to kind of start with, we did some things this year that I think are really important. And one of those is we changed our mission statement and we added something in there to talk about safety and innovations. And I think words matter, right? So this is kind of the words in action, but our driving mission statement, we talk about being innovative. And this is innovative in action right here. And I think the other thing that is really important is that, you know, it's about the stuff that's out there in the hall, but it's also about the tone and the mood and the energy that's in the room when we're talking about doing these things. It sets the right tone for us to be successful. And I can tell you, with the limited resources that we have, without the innovative spirit that comes from this and all the other things that you do every day, we would not be able to do near as much as we currently are able to do. And that's how we amaze people with, how do you do so much with so little? And we need to keep that spirit going, because every day we're challenged with limited resources. And so the things that we're working on and the things that you're doing here and every day are just that much more important for us to be successful. So I just think that's just something we all need to keep in mind, and it's really important. So let me do real quickly some recognition here. How many of you, can I have the district and central office coordinators stand up? Because I know you're here, I've seen you. So these are the people that are the cheerleaders, the people that help you when you hit the roadblocks, and we truly appreciate you all for what you do to make this thing happen. So let's give them a big round of applause. And then I'd also like to recognize the team that puts this together. And this is the first year that Kelly has taken the reins and leading this whole effort. And so if Kelly and her team would stand up. Come on, you guys are all sitting right there. Thank you for another great job. Are you still nervous? Kelly said, I was so nervous this. Yeah, not at all. So thank you. All right, so let's get on with the show. But the other thing I want to do really quickly is, how many of you have been to an Innovations Challenge Showcase before? Okay, most of the room. How many of you were here last year, saw something you liked, and put it into action in your work unit? Okay, not quite as many. So that means the job is, Illinois, did you put something in play? Steal every year, okay? Good. Stealing shamelessly is a good thing, right? How many of you saw something today that you want to put into action? Great. So I think we're going to do the same thing we did last year, identify those things and have the the sheets you can fill out to get those things ordered. How many of you thought that was a good idea? Okay. I think we're going to continue that practice to get these things, because really the most important thing is not what's on the floor, but putting it into action in our everyday work. So let's make sure that we take the effort to do that. Okay? All right, let's get on with the show. So, if you remember, in every category we have 4 winners, right? In each category. So the first 2 I'm going to announce will take home the $1,000 for their district or division budgets, and then the top 2 innovations will take home the $10,000 for their home unit, and then those team members receive the $425 per person, or the $1,550 per team, right? So I've got the order here, and let's get on with the show. So productivity is first, and I'm going to ask if when I call your name, come up. We're going to take a picture with the commission as you get your award and your check, okay? So where's my photographer? Where do you want them? Right over here? So as we announce the names of the commission, and Patrick, if you guys come over and give them their awards. So we're going to start with the productivity category, and we were going to have like drum rolls and stuff, but Kelly's going to do the drum roll. These were sealed on the front porch of, what, Funk and Wagnall or something like that. So, in the productivity category, the first showcase winner is the Electronic Physical Inventory Count System from the Central Office Financial Services Division. Our next showcase winner in the productivity category is the online E11 claim form from the Kansas City District. If you don't do what Kathy says, all right, and now we go to the top two in that category in productivity, and the next one is the crash prediction tool from the Central Office, Highway Safety and Traffic. I quizzed these guys pretty hard yesterday and kind of put them through the ringer, so. Okay, and the last winner in our productivity category is signpost foam from the Southwest District. You'll have to explain that one later, right? If you didn't see it, you may not understand that one, but. All right, so now we're going to move on to the projects category. And our first showcase winner in the projects category is the virtual pre-bid, Central Office Design. What are you laughing at them about? Oh, they're wearing matching shirts. They are wearing matching shirts. You know, most engineers only have blue check shirts. Did you know that? I know. It's kind of a thing, right? All right, our next showcase winner is Drive, St. Louis District. So value engineering for every project in the district, right? Tom says yes. Yeah, Tom's going to have to get on his knees. All right, now we go to our top two in the projects category, and our next winner is the Diverge About, Kansas City District. Hey, you didn't get the message. Well, he's a traffic engineer. What do you expect? This is an exercise in following directions. Okay, and the last winner in the projects category is the remote access to dash cameras, Southwest District. All right, now we move, and this is kind of interesting because remember, this whole thing started as the tool and equipment challenge in our maintenance department. So that's where kind of the birthplace of this whole effort was. So now we go to the last category, which is our tool and equipment category. And the first winner in the tool and equipment category is the Object Marker Breakaway Northwest District. Okay, our next winner, and this is one of those ones I saw it, I said, duh, why didn't somebody think of that? Our next winner is the tie-down bar from the Northeast District. All right, and one of our top 2 spots, the next one is the tailgate lever, Northeast District. Or known as the clever lever, right? All right, and our last winner in the tool and equipment category is the reverse guardrail sprayer, Central District. So that concludes the category winners, but let me just say that everybody that participated, whether it was in a district challenge, the central office challenge, or in the showcase, everybody wins because the citizens of Missouri win, the department wins, your creativity and your drive to get this stuff done is fabulous. So thank you for that. And now we're going to give the final awards, the Director's Awards. So I'm going to ask Patrick to come up and say a few words and announce the last 4 winners.
Thanks, Ed. I was just telling the Vice Chairman that I was only going to speak for 45 minutes, so he's pretty happy about that. Doesn't have a plane to catch or anything. I want to thank everybody for being here, for participating. This is really, it's great that we combined this with the commission meeting. I think it's really important because the alignment that we're finding and that we have, I hope everybody feels as good about it as I do. And the alignment with policy, the support of our enterprise and the support of people that work at MoDOT comes from the top down. It comes from these gentlemen right over here with our commission. They spend a lot of time and effort, and in many cases you might see boards of directors that are distant from the enterprise that they govern, and that's what they do. They govern MoDOT. It's a tremendous responsibility. Communities count on the work that we do, and I think it's an incredible statement of support of these gentlemen, these fine community servants and public servants that have come together, and they understand very clearly that the backbone of MoDOT is the people of MoDOT. And I really could not say that if it weren't for the personal experience that I have with each of them. The support through the budget, the support of events like this, the encouragement of the enterprise to move forward and to challenge us to go beyond. Last year and in the past couple of years, they really looked at us and said, how are we implementing these innovations? How are we getting these spread throughout the state? And what are we doing about it? And how can we help and support? And well, they've done that. They invested in this year's budget to help deploy last year's award-winning work and to deploy it throughout the organization, $1 million of budget resources to help spread the innovations, to keep people safe, to make sure that the work that you're doing to innovate is being actually deployed in our organization. So I think it's appropriate for all of us to give the commission a round of applause. It's nothing we do would be possible without their support, and I really appreciate it. It's really important to take the time to what really this event has done more than anything. It's helped us document the work that you're doing, because people in the field, people throughout the organization, and rolling in the administrative work, the technology that we deploy, pulling that all together, and then taking the time to document and share that with each other so that we can spread the good ideas around, so that we can save taxpayers money, so we can keep each other safe when we're working in the field, and we can participate together in an enterprise that is always looking forward, that's looking to the future, that's looking to the things that need to be done, even with constraint, and maybe in some cases, most importantly, because of the constraint that we have. There's not a defeatist attitude in MoDOT. We always get the job done, and it's because of all of you and all the people you represent back in your districts. This year, we've done a couple things, as Ed mentioned. We did have a modification to our mission statement. That alignment continues to happen, and we've added a couple awards here because, frankly, I can't pick one, is really what it comes down to. So I said, look, I need a couple more awards to pick. So we added awards. We had the Director's Award for Safety. What we've added this year is the other categories of our values, that an award for service and an award for stability. I like the way that ties together, and I'm really excited that we're adding this to the program, not only this year, but in years to come. And I think it's really important and appropriate to recognize how we can use innovation to improve safety of our partners, employees, and the public, and how we can advance our service to Missourians and preserve our highway system, all while engaging our excellent workforce. This is a great event, and I appreciate being a part of it, and I'm energized by what you do, because I think it renews us throughout the organization to constantly be looking for better ways, to never take a closed door, whether it's through the budget or a policy, as the end of the discussion. We can always find a way to get over, around, or through it. We have to, because the work we do is so important. So with that, wanted to announce the next awards here, which there are 3 for safety, service, and stability, and the Dixon's People Choice Award winner. And I really want to congratulate everybody that's here, because everybody that's here has won at the district level. So I really do appreciate that. So the first award that I'm going to announce, and as you can imagine, there's a big committee that's worked through all of this, and as is typically the case, they boiled down a bunch of stuff and said, here are the areas that we'd like you to focus on, Director McKenna, because I don't get to make any of my own choices, no matter what it comes down to. So I threw all of that out and did it independently, and amazingly, we came to almost exactly the same conclusion. So we've got, there are some obvious things that are really important to the work that we're doing. So I want to start with the Director's Safety Award. And the award winner is our Buckle Up Phone Down campaign. That's the Central Office Communications and Highway Safety and Traffic Divisions. So. You know, we know that behavior on the roadways is, in spite of everything we do, it's behavior that contributes to 94% of all incidents that occur on the highway system. So the movement that we have started, that the innovation of our team has started, is really catching hold. We have thousands of people who've signed up for it. I know all of you have seen the high school challenges, the sports challenges, and others. It is really that vitally important that we move behavior as well. So that's why that award is important, and it's worthy recognition. The second item is the service award, and that is going to be awarded to our Kansas City district for the Diverge About. And just to, you know, there are safety gains in this. This is one of those awards that could really be placed almost anywhere because it combines a lot of creativity, but the service to the public in being able to use this interchange in a way that wasn't conceived before is why it's being awarded the Service Award. The next award, it's an interesting one for me. It's a stability award, and you know, how do you define that? One of the things we define that as is really trying to have a stable set of resources, making the case for the resources that are necessary for an enterprise like this. It's having policies that work in a certain way to make it clear what the values of the enterprise are and everything. And this is an interesting award because I think already the impact of this effort, while it might seem to be small, this is how creative thought and how thinking of things differently and laying them out differently leads to transparency. It leads to that transparency in the efforts that we have underway lead to better public policy. And so the Stability Award is one that I would say has already impacted public policy because I believe it is one of the foundational documents that was available for our new governor, Governor Parson, when he was considering the bridge bond program. And had we not had this collection of information in this fashion, I do not believe that we would have had a policy as crisp and as well conceived as what was done. I think this potential work that was done has a price tag and a value, if we can get this through in public policy already, of $350 million. So this award we're awarding to the Missouri Road and Bridge Program from Transportation Planning. Now, the final award is one that everyone had a hand in picking. It's the Dixon's People Choice Award. I think this was appropriately renamed last year for Jim. And it's the ward, the one that really captured the attention of everyone is the Northeast District's tailgate lever, the clever lever. So you know, the innovations come from every place in our organization, regionally, every function, every division. The challenge from here is to get as many of these innovations implemented. As Ed said, we are going to put budget resources toward this. And we need your help to help implement, to share those ideas, to pick up from there. Some of the things that we see that are really interesting from one year to the next is the fact that combinations of these really substantial ideas come into play, and we refine these, we continue to make them better, and at the end of the day, it's really all about the safety and the efficiency of the enterprise as we deliver service to the state of Missouri. So I want to thank everybody for your participation. I want to congratulate all the award winners, and I want to congratulate everybody that's here for being award winners to get to this round. Thank you for that participation. We are heading on to more of our domino meeting, and I want to encourage everyone to join us next door. We have, I think, a really interesting, we have a very interesting presentation that is going to be made. It fits very nicely with innovation by our Commissioner Bob Brinkman, who's going to challenge us to think creatively and to continue forward with this type of activity that we have going on from some lessons that he's learned as he's built his business and used great creativity to do so and be successful that way. So I want to thank everybody for your participation. I appreciate all the work that went into creating this showcase, and it just gets better every year. Thank you so much.